Hey, shalom, shalom. Before I get started, as always, I want to give all praise into our power. Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Chahafradash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Salutations and blessings to the hopeful elect, scattered throughout the four winds of the earth that believe wholeheartedly in the true doctrine that is being pushed throughout the four winds of the earth for an open mercy and salvation during the time of Jacob's trouble, as well as when Yahweh Shai returns to the planet Earth. Alright, as you can see, I am in transit. Give me a second. I don't want to make this too long, but I just wanted to speak on, everything that's happening regarding, the recent events that have taken place here in Babylon the Great. You know what I'm saying? I've been paying close attention to everything, through the spirit. You know what I'm saying? Being out on this fucking road and shit. That's pretty much how I get through these long drives. But anyway, the days are evil. Okay? We know and understand what the scriptures speak when it speaks about times of trouble. Alright, these redeeming the time, okay? Jacob's trouble, okay? Because what's happening right now is a major, I'm talking major, psyop going on the American people, all right? There is a major psyop that's taking place right now as we speak, especially with these recent events. You had the event on the I don't know if it was a train or a bus, but you had what appears to look like a Jake. He just jumped up and called himself stabbing up the Edomite woman. Okay? And when you look at the video, the shit don't look real at all. You know what I'm saying? And I'm just speaking in general, regardless if it's real or not. Alright? It's getting the emotions of the people involved. Alright? People are fully invested right now with their emotions. And quite frankly, especially Alright? Esau Edom. He's about ready to crash all the way out. Okay? That was the first event. Like I said, dude pulled out a blade and he just starts sticking her in the face, and she's sitting there wondering what happened. Then she falls, and all of a sudden some red shit spilled off the seat. Well, at first she was reaching for something. Then a bunch of red shit spilled in on the floor of the bus or the train, whatever it was. And I'm looking at it and I'm like, yo, this is good. This is good because it's gonna get people emotions involved, which is gonna speed up prophecy. Because that's what we want. All right. I know speaking for myself personally, and I'm sure all the rest of you brothers as well as you sisters, man, we've been wanting this since we've woken up to this thing, man. All right. We want things to get chaotic. We want it to get violent. All right, because when these things happen, that means the Lord is not only is He gonna put us to the test with whatever we have coming. But as we pass these tests, when we out here during these evil times, all right, our faith is going to be boosted, all right, and ultimately it's leading up to the deliverance, all right, / destruction of Esau, Edom's power structure. So of course, as a true believer, you will want these things to happen, man. Okay, you don't want America to keep flourishing. You don't want what the average peon out here wants, to make power to the people and to make America great again. That's not what we want, man. We want all this smoke that this government is bringing. All right, and when we say we want all the smoke, we talking about we want everything he's getting ready to throw at the people. Until he needs to go ahead and throw it, so that our Lord and Savior Yahweh Shai can do his thing. All right, which that's Yahweh Shai or Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai on the left hand side doing their thing to speed things up. Okay, and then you had the which everybody's talking about, the assassination of that racist Idumean, Charlie Kirk, all right, which we don't know if that was real or not, all right. They sure as hell did a great job in getting the emotions of the people involved. I tell you that much. Once again, it's all working. Okay, like I said, we in the midst of a major psyop that's being played out on the people right now. All right, a major psyop is being played out on the people, and they don't even know it, and they can't see it because they're emotionally invested. Not only are they emotionally invested, they're catching hell, losing jobs. All right, paycheck to paycheck, one paycheck from being homeless. Okay, just all kind of hell is coming to the American people. Everybody is losing right now. All right, hey, we losing, but we have hope. Okay, this is why the scriptures tell us to turn ye to the stronghold, ye prisoners of hope. That's us. And our stronghold is Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai, man. Okay? Excuse me. That's our stronghold. Our stronghold is Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai. Hey, what we gonna do? We catching hell just like the rest of these peons. Yeah, we still may have jobs, and most importantly, what we have is a brotherhood of unconditional love amongst each other. All right, to where if a brother's in need, we take care of each other, man. Okay, and the world doesn't have that. It's outside of this body that Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai has assembled. And I'm talking about the true body. I ain't talking about these other Israelite groups, man. I'm talking about the men of great millstone, beginning with the apostles and the elders, the true blue affiliates, all right? I'm talking about that body, the true body of Yahweh Shai, all right? Outside of this body, there is no unconditional love amongst these people out here, even these other Israelite groups. All right, and what proved that amongst the other Israelite groups, you seen what the Lord did with Sakari. Okay, and he's not done. All right, because he's getting ready to do some major things with the rest of you Israelite groups out there. That's not warning Jake of the impending danger, this digital system that they are erecting right in front of your eyes. Okay, and and preparing them for the times that's ahead, man. Okay, it's about to be a real dark winter. Okay, the weather's starting to change. The seasons are changing. Okay, a lot of people might not make it out this winter. Okay, so you had, I mentioned the Edomite woman, then you had Charlie, all right? Excuse me, sorry, Salakia. Then you had the situation with Charlie, all right, the assassination, and this is all over the mainstream media, all right? Which is all a psyop, man, all right? We as Israelites should not be invested like these people in that are invested into it. We know it for what it is, man. We understand the bigger picture. Matter of fact, Yahweh Shai said, what was it? I think it was Paul, that we must know the what the will of the Lord is. I believe that's the testimony. Let me see if I can pull that up real quick, just to I don't want to butcher it too much. We know what the will of the Lord is out here, so we see everything for what it is, man. The main thing these Edomites, all right, that what they want is to erect this digital system. And I got a video as soon as I, get off this road. I came across this Edomite woman that works in geoscience, and she gave a message to the people. And I went to the comments, and somebody asked her, "What is going on?" They basically said, "Like, well, why you just say what's going on? What do you know?" And she ran down a whole list in her comment section. I think she ran about 8 or 9 things that's happening that the average person would know nothing about unless you are in these industries. And when the different industries we're talking about anything corporate. We're talking about farming, okay? We're talking about your water supply, your electricity, all right? What these Edomites are doing behind the scenes, Gil Bates and Nestle just bought up, I believe she said, what was it, like the last few million acres of farmland in America, all right? And her message basically was, get with your loved ones because we don't have time. She said within the next few months, all right, going into the end of the year, we in the 4th quarter, all right? You want to have a support base so you can survive. This is what she's saying, okay? And I'm gonna when I get to the when I get off this fucking road, I'm gonna do that video for sure because it intrigued my spirit very much so. So she basically saying, well, she said in that, the time is short. All right? And this is what we've been saying. We've been telling the people that the time is short and that it's gonna get real bad here in Babylon the Great. All right? One of the things she said was get your support base, get close with your family, and you guys need to be able to depend on one another to survive out here, right? Because everything corporate is done. This is what she's saying. She's getting job offerings to go over to I believe she said England or one of those countries over there in the EU to help I forget how she put it, basically to help out and map out their geosciences, to where they can, rebuild after this world war. Because this is what she was saying: the world, EU is preparing to go to war, and we know that the third world coming quickly. All right. So we are definitely in the time to where anything, all right, we're waiting for that, what they call it, the Black Swan event. All right, we're waiting for that next Black Swan event, all right, to set this thing off. What you're seeing with Charlie, the Edomite woman, the Epstein files and all this, that's all bullshit. It's all to keep you distracted from the major goal of what these Edomites are trying to bring about. And right before you know it, it's going to be erected in your face. And if you're not prepared spiritually, you're going to crack and fold under pressure, man. Okay, let me get this scripture real quick. I believe it's in Thessalonians or Ephesians 5. Okay. Yep, Ephesians 5. I'm gonna start at and like I said, I didn't want to make this too long, man. I really don't like doing these while I'm actually driving, because I like to bring up receipts and whatnot. But anyway, this is Ephesians chapter 5 and 14. All right. It says, "Wherefore he saith, awake thou that sleepest." Okay. And if you still believe that this society can change it around and things are going to get better, you are dead sleep. You have no idea what's going on, and when it does go down, you will bug all the way out. Your mind will melt. Okay, because you won't have no clue of what the hell to do, why things are happening. Because you ain't been paying attention. You've been lost in the Babylonian sauce. All right. It says, "Wherefore he saith, awake thou that sleepest, and arise from the dead." That dead state that majority of you people are in. Okay? Majority of our people right now, 2/3 are in a dead state. Even if they know, they see what DJT and this administration is doing, and they seeing all the laws being changed, this and the third, and they talking about we need to stand up and fight, because if not, they gonna put us in slavery and this, that, and the third. Just like them YNs in Chicago. That's another thing. These niggas is on camera basically threatening the highest office of this government. Talking about we got switches. Yeah, Esau gave you niggas them switches. What you think Esau got if you got a switch? Okay, it's about to be a bloodbath in Babylon the Great, man. All right, real blood will be shed out here, and majority of our people are dead ass asleep. Okay, even if they recognize as far as how corrupt this administration is and the government is. If they haven't returned and repented to Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai, they still sleep. They still lost. Because your protection is only going to be with Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai. Okay? That's where your protection will lie. You people don't understand how locked this so-called white man has everything. He has everything sold the fuck up. Alright? Your only escape is through the spirit and power of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. That's it. Having a couple Glocks and a few niggas down with you to get busy ain't gonna get it. Okay? That's not gonna get it, man. Having the fear of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai and making him your shield and buckler, that's what's gonna get it. Okay? So it says, wherefore he saith, awake thou that sleepest, and arise from the dead, and Hamashiach Yahweh Shai shall give thee light. Right? And this is what the prophets have been sent for. Okay? It says, see then that ye walk circumspectly. Man, if that ain't so on point right now in these times, nothing is. Okay? Right now is the time to walk circumspectly, man. When you out and about, you know what I'm saying, going throughout your day to day, especially you women, okay? Especially you women, because they had that Jake slice that woman up. You might get an Edomite that want revenge, and he might take it out on the Israelite woman. Okay? And Esau's been known for that throughout history. And get it on camera. Okay? Broad daylight type shit. On camera, making sure it's on camera. Okay? So, again, see then that ye walk circumspectly, not as fools, but as wise. Alright? Redeeming the time, because the days are evil. And, I mean, if you paying attention, we ain't got to tell you how evil the times that we're living in is right now. Alright? We're in some very critical and evil times right now, man. It ain't even funny. Okay? It's a beautiful thing. Right? And all we got to do is remain faithful to Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai and let the Lord work. You know? Force Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai's hand to get you out of a jam. Right? When all hell break loose. You know? Put the Lord, put your burdens on the Lord so that he can show these miracles. Okay? Because we're in the time of that. Okay, we're in the time where the Lord is going to start showing miracles for the elect. Okay? So it says, redeeming the time because the days are evil. Wherefore be ye not unwise, but understand what the will of the Lord is. And how do we understand what the will of the Lord is? Through the spirit of prophecy. Understanding and knowing that all these things that we see and happen, all these emotions that the people are that they're having, it's supposed to be this way. Alright, when you go to Luke 21, let's get that real quick. It speaks, you get the word perplexity. Okay? We're going to look that word up. So it says, Luke 21 and 25, it says, and there shall be signs in the sun and in the moon. Alright, I believe we just had a blood moon. Alright? Or it might be, was it tonight or maybe tomorrow, if I'm not mistaken. But I know a blood moon is getting ready to, if it didn't happen, it's getting ready to happen. Okay? So these are the signs the Lord told us to look for. All right? Or told us that will be happening. All right? You got Esau talking about there's chariots hurling towards planet Earth. All right. So these are the signs. Okay, and that not to mention signs like the signs like you know, the smaller signs, which would be your so-called shooting stars and, you know, things of that nature, the chariots zipping across the sky. Okay? Those are happening a lot more frequently. Okay, so we're starting to see the signs of Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai show forth in these last days, man. Okay, so again, reading that again, it says, and there shall be signs in the sun, and in the moon, and in the stars, and upon the earth, distress of nations. You see what's going on over there in Nepal right now? Indonesia. You see what them people are doing? They not going for the NWO, because what's happening over there is getting ready to come over here to the States, because that government, all right, that government is basically initiating their agreement with Agenda 21 on their people. They're cutting different public services. They're cutting these aids. They even shut the internet down on those people to where they couldn't use the internet. Okay, and then they cut it back on, and the people still are uproaring and burning down government buildings, and they even out there with rifles now. Okay, because they're trying to bring this Agenda 21, all right, which is the agenda of the 21st century that all these countries have signed on, and as they're trying to bring it to fruition and initiate things, the people are saying fuck that, and they uproar, just like the scriptures say. All right. So going back, it says, and upon the earth distress of nations, with perplexity, the sea and the waves roaring. You know how many tsunami warnings California got from them different earthquakes? Oh man, stop it, man. The different earthquakes that have been happening. Russia, you know, in the different parts of the world, they were out there with choppers, helicopters, telling the people to leave the beaches in California because tsunamis are coming. Right? So all these things are happening, man. And it ain't nothing nobody can do except prepare yourself as an Israelite and repent to Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai. This is all you can do. All right? So I said I wanted to look up that word perplexity. But let's look up the word distress as well. Okay? And I'm gonna end it after I look these words up. Traffic is getting a little congested. I don't want to be on this phone. But it says for the word distress. Okay? The Greek word for distress, G4927, a holding together, a narrowing, all right, a contracting part of a way, all right. Metaphor: straits, distress, and anguish. And this is where people are at on the planet Earth right now, all right. This is where the planet Earth is. This is the condition of the people of the planet Earth. People are distressed. They're in straits, and they have nothing but anguish. All right, a bunch of anguish upon them. Okay. I'm gonna have to call them back. So it says, well, that's pretty much it on that one. It says, more words. You got restraint, anxiety. Oh my goodness. You see all of the not just the women. You got men. When they get in them cars, they get in that car, and they just get to screaming at the camera, crying and shit. That's what you call distress. That's what you call anguish. That's what you call anxiety. Because the reason they're acting out that way, all right, is because the sense of hopelessness, all right, and people are ready to crash out, all right. People are getting ready to crash out here, man. Okay? So let's get the word perplexity, and then I'll close it out. Okay? Perplexity. G. I can't even see it right now. It's I'm sorry, G640. All right, G640. All right, for the Greek word perplexity, and it means a state of one who is in perplexity. Matter of fact, let's look it up in the etymon online real quick, because it just kept saying perplexity, one who is perplexed. Let's get in the etymon online. For Salakia, for all of the rumbling and the vibration. I had to get something up, man. My spirit was fucking with me. I don't like to normally, while I'm rolling, especially when I'm in the truck. But I needed to get something up, man. I can't wait to get back to the house. So anyway, perplexity, all right, on the online etymon dictionary, it says, online etymon, bereavement, all right? I'm sorry, bewilderment, doubt, okay? Bewilderment, doubt, and that's major right now. People are in doubt of what the hell's gonna happen, what's going on. They don't know what's coming next. You just had that Edomite get smoked. You know what I'm saying? And people crying about it, complaining about it. Jake is happy about it. Okay? But you don't know if what they doing. You're not for sure that dude is really dead. But again, like I stated earlier, people are invested emotionally, not knowing what the true will of the Lord is. And this is where our hope lies. This is why you see us still cool, calm, and collected and sticking to the script. We ain't wavering or doing nothing different than what we've been doing. All right? Another word, uncertainty. All right? There's a lot of uncertainty out here. You know, people are uncertain of where society's going, what's going to happen next. All right, like I mentioned, the woman that what the hell's going on up here? The woman that works in geoscience. All right, the video I came across of her warning the American people. Okay, she knows that it's over with. There's a spirit of uncertainty out here in Babylon the Great. All right, confusion, perplexity, confused, involved, interwoven. All right. I mean, so you should get the gist of it. And boy, oh boy, these scriptures concerning what will be taking place in these last days are speaking loud and clear right now. All right, loud and clear, and it's not even funny. Okay. Call halal Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai for continuing to bring His word to pass. All right, and you know, Lord will Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai keeps it going, and He will keep it going. All right, He will keep it going. All right, and damn, what the fuck happened there? Okay, shred. But yeah, He will keep these prophecies rolling, which is all the more for us to continue to hasten and you know what I'm saying, hope that the Lord will have mercy on our souls. Alright, so with that, man, I'm gonna get up out of here. Lord will, man, I'll be home later on, so I'll be able to you know, get behind my computer, Lord will, and you know, put that video up, do that video. I actually got a few videos in mind, but Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai put the spirit on me. You know what I'm saying? They'll be up later on tonight, Lord will. Hey, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai for rocking down. Much love, honor, respect to all the members of the elect out there. Hey, we here, man. All right, times are short. Shalom.